Royal Maroon salute, Jawise Life, and represent the NDE, the spirit of it. NDE TV 9. Subscribe, comment, and share. Check this though. I just realized what the fuck is going on in New Mexico. Texas, New Mexico. Is this for real? Man, shit getting crazy as fuck. You see this shit? You seen the landslide or the mudslide coming down on them people in New Mexico? You see the war in Texas? You hear the reports of people dying here? Come on, man. Come on, man. How is this happening like this so suddenly? Am I dimensionally? Am I in another dimension? I don't see no warnings, no nothing coming about anything like this. And Earth and nature will give that. You see, I mean, the birds been acting different, the animals been preparing for something, but I can't pinpoint it because I'm in New Jersey. But this is New Mexico and all them places, and it's fucking crazy, bro. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what? This is no game, bro. This shit, like, this shit is sad, bro. I'm gonna lie to you, this shit is sad as fuck. Yo, what's up, girl? That's like what happened with New Jersey and New York and all that with Katrina. I mean, with Sandy. You feel me? With Sandy, and this is what happened in New Orleans with Katrina. And you see what followed up behind that with the people, with the property values, with everything. You see now it's switched owners like that. Whoever used to own that don't own it no more. You seen what happened, and then the migration. You see, so if everyone is gonna migrate this way or migrate that way, eventually they're gonna migrate the fuck out the country. That's what's gonna happen. So it's a repatriation time, beginning of the man from Jamaica, England. They all it's so the Earth got to balance itself again. The mothership floating through space and time. We got to stay in our lane and play our fucking role we're born to play on Earth now. You ain't got a choice. Because you've been fucking off for so long on this Earth that now you gave of consent, and now them extraterrestrial beings are here to make sure you got to go in line, even if it's got to take out a bunch of people. Yo, what's good? What's good, YouTube? Subscribe. Hi. Subscribe. You know what I mean? Comment and share. I'm new to this. You feel me? But like, you gotta see like what's going on. This is not natural for Texas to be underwater than New Mexico. I looked at it and I'm instantly sad as fuck. Like, look, I got so much herbs here that I just got to keep smoking because that shit got me nervous, like, for them people, like. But remember Sandy? I mean, yeah, Sandy from New Jersey and shit. It was cold as hell. People were shitting in pans. I was in California and shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, this is the same thing that just hit New Mexico. This is the same thing that hit Texas. But this is a technology. This is not natural. See? So this is war. This is a part of war. You dig? And y'all are expecting and prepared to the AR-15 in this. That's not how they're gonna come. They gotta weaken you first. They gotta they gotta put you on the defense first. You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let you get on the offense. They're gonna put you on the defense first. Then they're gonna come in. You feel what I'm saying? So now that gives them the rights to come in. That give them the rights to come in because now the National Guards and FEMA is needed, right? There's no way they could get over that without the National Guards and FEMA. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Share the link. You know what I'm saying? But there's no way Texas, New Mexico is going to be able to go through that and survive that without FEMA. You understand what I'm saying? Without the National Guards, without some type of aid, which now take the power out of the hands of the county or the state. You feel me? So now you're going to talk about martial lawing. You're going to talk about quarantining because somebody might have caught a bad illness through the water or through what's going on, and they're going to quarantine them. So now that gives FEMA the consent, and that gives the National Guard the consent. And this is how they're going to lock down and martial law everything. Then New York probably flood the fuck out. If Texas flooding, of course New York will fucking flood the fuck out, man. This shit is fucking alarming. You got to start preparing. You know what I'm saying? Because your buildings ain't high enough in New York. You got to remember this. The higher you go is the less you're going to be able to escape. You know what I'm saying? Because water is in New York. And if it's flooding in fucking Texas and New Mexico, what the fuck you think will happen to New York? So these things are foretold. You understand what I'm saying? It's foretold. So you better watch the fuck out in New York. You see? And New Jersey too, certain parts of New Jersey on the Atlantic coast there. This shit about to get real serious. You feel me? So if look at what happened in New Mexico today. How are we gonna help these people? How are we gonna help the people in Texas? Remember what happened in Florida and all that? Why are we getting hit so much? What the fuck is going on? What have we done in the universe to get hit so much that it's always a crisis? And it's not just in America, it's happening worldwide. Worldwide, people. So you gotta wake the fuck up and know what's going on, man. You dig? And you better be thankful for the people on higher vibrations because if it wasn't for them showing you and like stopping certain things just by goodwill and from within, man, would have been so far away already. You have no idea. So it's the good people that keep shit generating in the children every day. Believe it or not, children save lives. If they weren't on the planet, we'll all kill each other. We'll all unalive each other or die. You know what I'm saying? So children save lives. So we got to preserve the children. Got to think about it. So how the children gonna be okay in New Mexico and Texas and all that? Well, how are we gonna help them? We got to figure out a way to help them. You know what I mean? You got four extra having on a GoFund for him blowing up his own hand. You see what I'm saying? When he was about to go commit a terroristic act on another member or somebody else, opposition or some shit, and it happened to him instead. You see what I'm saying? But he's getting money for that to help himself. What, get money for Texas, get money for motherfucking New Mexico and the families out there and the pets out there and all of that shit, man. Because that's what we're on earth to do is to care for each other and love each other. That's what we're here to do. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to to destroy each other and all of that. We got to coexist on the mothership, man. That's why them lizard people are out of sight. That's why the reptilians are out of sight because human beings are too animalistic and truly it's their planet. You see how natural it is and primitive it is to live here. You eat and you still gotta eat, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is ever satisfying here because it's natural, it's primitive. You understand? So the reptilians were here. Certain beings were here. Way before man was on earth, the reptilians were here. You see? So there's some shit that's about to go on. The snake going to war with the dragon. It's revelation, my dude. You see, we're in the year of the snake. Nine. Nine is completion. All cycles are done. Here comes the boom. You see what I'm saying? Here it comes. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not prepared in your soul vibrationally and in the chakras, fuck. I'm trying to still get prepared. It's not like I'm prepared because I'm just the messenger of shit. Doesn't mean anything. You see what I'm saying? Good men die like fools. And then it's a lot of rain happening in New Jersey, and it's hot at the same goddamn time. So I know that's a problem. I already know that's a problem. We might suffer a blackout or some shit up here. Heat wave, lightning storm that just caused a blackout. Look what's happening in Mexico and in Texas, man. LA, you think you safe? You think you safe? They gonna humble y'all down with an earthquake. You dig? They gonna humble y'all down with an earthquake or that tide gonna rise up on y'all. Y'all ain't safe out. They gonna every major place. I told y'all the red zones already, man. New York, your red zone, bro. Texas, your red zone, man. New Mexico, your red zone. Arizona, your red zone. You know, Seattle, your red zone. California, your red zone. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of red zone. North New Jersey, red zone. Trenton, red zone. There's a lot of red zones, like, and they're coming to lock that bitch down, and they're not gonna just put the military out because they're gonna use technology and they're gonna use biological warfare. That's the first thing they're going to use technology and biological warfare. You get what I'm saying? Then they're gonna hold back they're going you know what I mean because they know you got rifles, they know you got handguns, they know you got AR-15s and AKs and Dracos. They know that they gave them to you. You see, but those are all still civilian weapons compared to what the fuck you'd have to face anyway. What the fuck is an AR to an M4? What the fuck is a flamethrower to a rocket launcher? All these civilian weapons don't mean shit. You can't hold back the military with that. You can't. I mean, you can, but you'd have to let the motherfuckers really close in on you in order to get accurate shots within 600 and 400 yards for the AK, 600 for the AR. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to know how many rounds that could feed through that bitch, and how to in a precision let them rounds go. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't malfunction or the shit don't start warping and all that shit. So how could we be able to face them with guns? That's the trick. That's the trap. The real truth is you got to be together on high vibrational frequencies. So if they launch a missile at you, it doesn't reach you because you're on high vibrational frequencies. You see what I'm saying? And the war and the situations are on the lower frequency and vibrations. And it's all mental. It all becomes a mental thing. You dig? So it's the rapture happening. Some are going to upgrade and some are going to downgrade and become obsolete. Once they become obsolete, they're in their animalistic state. And that's it. I don't give a fuck if they're your cousins beside you, your brother, your sister, your mother, your daddy, or your first grade teacher. Once you start seeing them turn, and they start turning, a lot of people are start ready. There's stages to this shit. Phase one, there's stages to this shit. You understand? You see the lack of sensitivity. You see the lack of social abilities now, attention span, all that. That's more of the animalistic shit. You're losing more and more of your human. Like you were born to human animal, now you're becoming more like animalistic, like primitive as fuck. You think that just happens overnight? So you can't pretend that you weren't a part of it. You see what I'm saying? That you didn't consume the animals. You feel what I'm saying? Why are you consuming animals? That's the first fucking thing you need to live your diet. Why the fuck would you consume animals? Um, your mom have breast milk with antibodies and enzymes in it from your father and her chromosomes to fit and match you so you never get sick and you're brilliant as fuck and know all the things you need to know from the primitive part, the lower vibrations to take it to the higher vibrations. What they do, they take the baby off the breast and never give it to him or her, and they put it on Similac or they put it on cow's milk. Dog milk is for puppies. Cow milk is for the cow calf. Deer milk is for deers. That's what the fuck it's for, not for humans. You get what I'm saying? How the fuck could they market this pus, this nasty blood cell shit to you with enzymes in it, and it's not good for you. It's only gonna become fucking mucus in your body. And you've been consuming it for years. For years of your life. You love it. It's yummy. Well, you are what you eat, so it's gonna change your DNA, and it changed their DNA to animal. You see, it changed all the. Dr. Sebi tried to help the world. A lot of people try to help the people of the world. You see, they could have just been devils enjoying all the devils and didn't have to put themselves up. But the people still carry on doing what they're doing. I mean, every day they come out with a new brand of poison and everybody got to fucking rush to it in this and the third and they don't know what the fuck they're rushing to. You get what I'm saying? They don't understand what's about to pop off and they keep consuming that and this, that, and the third. It's a few years later they realize shit changed. Half the youth look old as hell. You look at some of the children, the young people, and they look old as a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't be able to, like, people are confused of my age. You feel me? And I got grown ass kids. I got a child in Penn State, big campus. I got another daughter up in the crib right here, 19 years old, in the county college. And I got so it's like you got to look at. I look at some of them and they look old. They look like, damn, you've been through a lot of shit, nigga. I've been through extreme things, but nigga, you just have this many years on the earth and look like you too experienced with shit that you ain't supposed to be depleting. You feel me? Real life concerns come into play when these people homes wash away in front of them and they hanging on to a tree trying to. I lived through some shit like that before. You heard? I lived through that bitch before, man. You see what I'm saying? I had to survive in that shit, man. Everything still gotta happen in life, just like when shit is regular, normal. If there's a hurricane and storm, you still gotta eat, you still gotta rest, you still gotta work, you still gotta do things that matters to fulfillment. You see what I'm saying? So that was rough when I was a kid. You dig? That was rough when I was a kid, but I survived the New Mexico thing, the Texas thing. So I feel a deep sense of sympathy for them. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like fuck, life just changed in a drastic moment like that. Like reality just shift for these people like that. You get what I'm saying? And it's like it hurts to see that because it's like everyone needs security, man. What about the pets? Where are they? Like you get what I'm saying? This shit hits inside. Like, wait, where are the cats and the dogs and the children? So now they could just snatch a lot of children and people, and you're not gonna be able to fucking find them ever again. They're gonna say they washed away and animals ate them or they're covered under debris and all kinds of whack shit till you forget about them. And this is what happens from time to fucking time. It's like, okay, whatever. We're living in the hell realm. All right, cool. But you gotta know that you're living in the hell realm. You see what I'm saying? I feel fucked up about Texas and New Mexico. See that man running, and they ain't nowhere to run to. There's nowhere to run to. This shit is coming down on them like ah. I'm like, oh my god, that's horrible. Like, what the fuck? People are suffering that right now. Right now. Oh my god. I gotta go get the papers and shit because I left them in the. I don't know where they are. Man, this shit hurts. Like, just see them people going through that. Then damn, what about the children though? And then they're gonna be searching for people. And those who are searching for their loved ones get snatched, just like their loved ones. You know what I mean? If people regularly do home invasions and shit like that, what about when there's a crisis? So you got to think about the crimes that can't get dealt with because they're dealing with a crisis and all that shit that's gonna be happening to the regular motherfucking people, man. You know what I mean? Predators don't stop, my nigga. A predator that won't stop. A bear could be being washed down the river and see like a deer right there and still try to swim towards it instead of swimming to save its life. It's swim to go feed. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Nature won't stop because you want it to. You feel me? But this is not natural. This is not natural at all. There's no way that could happen within the time period that they're reporting and all that, unless nature just came and settled all the way over New Mexico and Texas and nowhere else. So this got to be a technological warfare type strategic way of like closing down the people and slowing down certain operations, shutting down certain companies. You know what I mean? Like interstate companies, people that would be shipping from those states or receiving to those states. They can't do that right now in certain particular parts because it's slowed down, it's shut down, shit is rerouted. You get what I'm saying? So this New Mexico and Texas shit also causes a new inflation, a new level of inflation. But while this is going on, this is what's going on behind closed doors. But it's public news if you go do your research or you're living to know. Money is now legally digital, so that's the new currency. There are certain other things that they spyware, some different things that they signed into law and operation now. So the world that you have known is over, completely fucking over. You dig? It's completely over. They try to prepare you for this too. When they were like, "Welcome to the new age," it was long before January of 2024. The fuck are you talking about? Welcome to the new age for then when it's on? It started in January 2024, where you could officially say it's into the new age. Like, you get what I'm saying? But he was saying, "Welcome to the new age" from what year? So they're preparing you for this shit. Like They're preparing you for all of this. So they gotta have new infrastructures and things. So like it's just like a new send in 2019 when everybody couldn't go nowhere. That's what the same hurricane that hit Texas. That's basically what it is. Lock them down, get them out of town. You feel what I'm saying? Set up shop. You did get military folks in it or foreign government in based around, and that's what they're doing, taking away the people land, their dignity and integrity and all of that shit in Texas and New Mexico. That's not natural. That's not natural. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Unless you guys are all androids and robots, you would know that's not natural at all. It's not natural for rain to keep falling in July and June. You know what I'm saying? And it just that's not natural. So there's some type of simulation or weather control type of situation, and they can use it to attack people, like what happened in Hawaii. That wasn't a natural fire, you see? And that wasn't nothing from space zapping. That's us having control of some shit. You understand? That's what happened in Hawaii because people wanted to take over that shit. You see? Same thing happening in Texas. It's a gun state. Of course, those who don't want the Second Amendment standing are terrified of Texicans, terrified of Pennsylvanians, terrified of Virginians, terrified of everybody down south because they're all Second Amendment type of fucking mentalities. And they're not gonna fucking play around. So if you try to take their guns, they're gonna light your ass up. And they have a lot of fucking guns. So now that the shit happened, they gotta leave a bunch of shit behind. They might have a rifle and a sidearm, but by the time FEMA and the National Guard come, they're gonna disarm them and say, oh, you gotta put this up, you'll get it back when it's all over. All you gotta do is come down to the barracks or come down to the station. And this is how they're gonna disarm you. They're gonna disarm you. This is it. They're gonna fucking disarm you because of this weather warfare. You understand? This is how they disarm you all. New Mexico getting disarmed, Arizona getting disarmed. You get what I'm saying? Texas getting disarmed. You feel me? I don't think California is a gun state. Then they're gonna go to Virginia, and them niggas ain't got no sense down there too. So they're gonna have to do something like that. You get what I'm saying? They're gonna have to do something like that because whatever they just did, the Texicans are not gonna agree with it. People from New Mexico, Arizona, none of these people in the western part of the country is gonna deal with that like that. Maybe New York will like that. You see what I'm saying? And like, but they're not gonna deal with that like that. They're gonna be more objective. So what they do, they slow their asses down. You see? So you could just microwave a fucking state of people. You could just microwave them. You could just put them in the microwave for 24 hours. It's like fuck it, microwave them. You see what I'm saying? And they just turn up the degree and everybody just start getting fucking hot and microwaving. That's the weather weapon. So you could form clouds and make it rain non-stop if you wanted to. But it's unnatural because Earth got to balance itself. It'll never rain consistently for mad days without the sun coming out. It has to balance itself. It's not just fucking chaotic, it's alive. It's the world of primitive nature. You and I appeared out of nature. You get what I'm saying? So nature run things. So it's not chaotic when it rains or it's get hot. But certain hot, it's not natural. You got to know that. And certain, like it shouldn't be raining this much. You see? So now we understand that they have hurricanes happening in Texas and New Mexico and God knows where else because I'm not a part of the simulation anymore. You see what I'm saying? I'm really the key to my matrix. So I don't really know what the fuck going on in the world. It's like it's trying to drag me into reality. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't have control of my reality. But I'm creating certain sectors of my reality. I'm recreating shit. You feel me? So cause I ain't know what was going on in the world. I just found out on a reel and jumped right on live. Because of the perception, you know? I ain't gonna let them control my perception. Can't let them control your perception. Perception is the power. That's what it is. Perception becomes your fucking reality. So perception is power. You see, so don't let them control your perception. The truth of the matter, what's going on in Texas and New Orleans and New Mexico isn't natural at all. This shit gotta, you know what I mean? It ain't natural at all. I'm telling you right now. You feel me? And then a lot more things are about to unfold. It's about to unfold, but y'all just conditioned to accept, conditioned to accept, conditioned to accept. And that's it. That's why they get to do it. You feel me? It doesn't mean like you need to go have a conflict, but you need to be confrontational to things. You can't just let the people you employ or the world leaders and just do as they want just because they're the world leaders and own everything. Well, do they own your soul? They might own your physicalness, but they don't own your soul unless you 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 you, you bargained it to them. You feel me? So just pray for the people in Texas. Pray for the people in New Mexico. And if that's happening, then where it's going to shift? Is it going to come up north? Is it going to go to the south? Is it going to go to the Caribbeans? What's going to happen with this weather? You know what I mean? Because it's like they're trying to slow the world down because they're speeding up time. So they want you standing still. Basically, they want to see you unalive. You feel me? They want to see you unalive or mentalless. But I'm a mentalist. You feel what I'm saying? But they want to see us mentalless. You dig? So we got to stand up. Bob Marley told you. And it's within. It's from within. The guns and all that, bro, I'm trying to tell you. That's a witchcraft within itself. Look how many guns they sold. They're like, yes, we got them to play the card. We got them to play the card. You understand? So they want you to go and defend yourself instead of like being on the offensive and being creative and governing. They want you on the defense. You see, so they sold you a lot of guns. You see me? They never told you about the prayer. They never told you about meditation like that. They never they gave you education and things and stipulations and you bent to it. But they never told you that there's something greater than love now, did they? No, they sell love to you. They sell love. Everything they sell love on sitcoms and songs and movies. Is what I'm saying? They sell love to you, but they never told you there's something greater than love. You feel me? Right. So you gotta. They keep you trapped in love. That you can't escape a year without them selling you all kinds of bullshit about love. But there's something greater than love, and you gotta know that. You see? So now, when you see what's going on, you see the signs of water. Everything is water. You're seeing the flooding. You're seeing water and mud mixed with Mexico and shit like that, right? So that tells you there's something about the ocean that's about to pop off, point blank, period. You feel what I'm saying? There's something that's going to happen on the ocean. Either they're going to send a missile in the ocean that's going to cause an earthquake, set off a volcano underneath it, or cause them beings to come up. You're going to see them start shooting out the ocean and start airborning and going to war with the governments. You get what I'm saying? Because they think they're going to lock us down in the matrix. But we have ascended masters and people from the higher dimensions and sky friends. You see? Yeah, y'all check out a song called Sky Poetry by JAHWISELIFELINE. You feel me? And Sky Friends and shit like that. So they don't get, they don't think, well, they know the majority doesn't understand or understand this. Well, we know that most of these beings that are going to appear are our friends, and they came to war with them, not with us. You see, because it's about our vibrational fields, and their vibrational fields are depleted. They're on the negative. They're in the red zone, so they're easily identified and marked because they're owned by the beast. You see, so Satan got to come and collect his own. That's all it is. You see, so if you don't have the mark, you're not going to be okay. So it could be good or bad. It all depends because you're living in a world of duality, right? So if you don't have the mark of the beast, you can't do shit. Yeah, you can't do nothing. Is the artificial intelligence gonna rule you? Like, is the algorithms ruling you, or are you ruling the algorithms? That's what you should start paying attention to, because you keep feeding the algorithms, and then it becomes you, and it becomes a way more intelligent source than you, and this and the third, and it mimics you, and then it creates this cyber person of you that never sleeps, never dies, none of that. This is revelation. Thy kingdom come. You see? This is the revelation. When people go and wish to die and can't die, like LeBron James can't die, hmm? Jay Z can't die, Beyonce can't die. No, you understand me? Yeah, Nicki Minaj can't die. Mm-hmm. Real thing. Vice Cartel can't die. You see me? Spice can't die. You see me? You don't believe me? They know they just pass off and go to the dimension to the other beast, and the beast takes its place here. They notice they'll return and keep returning and keep returning and keep. They're slave to that motherfucking beast for eternity. You see what I'm saying? So you notice they sing about death, they glorify death. You get me? Yeah, because the same beings that's creating these events are the same ones that they serve. Most of these people, what they don't have a choice. It's probably what they were born to do. So when you be like, when the Truth Channel be saying this and that about people, yeah, you might be right, but guess what? We're in a world of duality. You get what I'm saying? And the only you could get on a frequency with others, which is harmony. But we're in a world of duality. So negative and positive can have a harmonizing frequency. You see what I'm saying? It'll call a balance. You feel me? So we're in the third dimensional space. You know what I'm saying? Where everything is materialized. But this is not where it is. This is the lower level. Like Earth, the world is the ghetto. You see what I'm saying? Like it's where everything becomes solid, born to die, built to be destroyed. You get what I'm saying? But where were you before you were in your flesh? Where were you before you were in your flesh? And how many other lives do you have living simultaneously to this life? They don't want you to know these things, and that's okay. Some of y'all are not supposed to know. But I ain't gonna go too deep into things at all. I'm just skimming over some shit real quick to show you that the time that you're living in this simulation is gonna, it has to revamp itself. Money has to revamp itself. The system have to revamp itself. It's dying. It needs resuscitation. So they have to go to war and get a lot of blood out of people, animals. You know what I'm saying? Destroy a lot, get a lot of like weariness, so they can like revamp themselves. I mean, because the system and everything is dying. Time, all of that is dying. That's why time is moving so fucking fast, because it's about to crash the fuck out. You understand? So everything is fucking crashing out. So this is why the industry became like a big pussy bitch that everyone could jump in and fuck. You feel what I'm saying? Anybody could fuck. Basically, that's the industry right now. You see, because it's dying. Hollywood is dying. Everything seems like it has to die from its old self and renew. This is it. This is the rapture part of things. And it's the beginning part of it. You get what I'm saying? It's the new age. You're not gonna go to war in the old ways. All that show and masquerading of Iran and Israel and all that the other day. Then why the hell they still ain't going off? These Iran is not a Iranians are crazy with that. They don't give a fuck. You see, and so are them Israel people. You feel what I'm saying? Because nigga, they know it's perception. You see what I'm saying? Now you a part of it, and every reporter that reported it or reported against it, you're a part of it. You see what I'm saying? And that's it. You're the one that's causing it. You see, because you sit there and you watch the fucking news and you spoke about it. You get what I'm saying, nigga? And you created that fucking reality out of sorcery that they handed down to you as a spell, as a curse. And it's just like black people. They market everything in the fucking world, and so they could come with anything that good and let black people market it. They'll send it to Jamaica, and Jamaica will make it the number one thing in the world. You get what I'm saying? So you got to know though, technologically, so it's white man trying to save himself really, because he's the technological man of the world. You see, so when you have CERN and all these different things that they're doing these type of fucking things, then he's trying to save his self. Time is running out. That's all it is. Time is running out. It's not all that's going to face the You know what I'm saying? It's who it's meant for. You dig? And they might be attacking spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? Or God people, because there's a lot of churches in Texas. There's a lot of people who are religious in Texas. And then you got to think New Mexico, there's going to be a lot of spiritual people with like them Indians and Mexicans and shit like that. There's a lot of spiritual people right there. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so if it's flooded in Texas, then expect something in New York. You feel me? Yeah. There's no harmonizing vibrations and frequencies where the crisis is happening right now. That's a chaotic fucking vibration right there. Death is in the air. You see what I'm saying? Spirits are roaming, just just victimizing people. Everything is alive. The dirty water is alive. Everything is alive. You feel me? And everything got a feed, and there's a nature and everything, and there's a nature in nature. Yeah. How come I don't see nobody coming on deck? I need to get some papers, but subscribe to the channel, y'all. I got really nice gear, but I ain't suited to set it up yet. You feel what I'm saying? And all that. And I'm not really like necessarily going to do this in just a station place type shit. I mean, I got a lower end iPhone because I don't really like the new ones and the shit that's in the camera, which y'all don't know about and shit like that. You know what I mean? And the 5G technology that microwaves me so much. So I kind of stuck with this one for years. I know I got to get one now. I'm not going further than the 14 though. I just know that. I just know I don't want to go further than the 14. You know what I'm saying? So I'm probably going to get the 14 and an iPad, but I'm going to work from that. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, this is what it is. Just like, comment, subscribe, share this out. My channel grow a little bit. I do appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Real talk. Let me see what anybody said on here. Send a hi. What up, dog? It's a narrow road. Yes, I, Stephen Cutty. Yeah, yeah. Stay up, man. Look at the little bunny. He's probably gonna hop down here to me in a second. Yard is so filled with wild bunnies. Ducks come swim in the pool. Really, I'm serious. It's raining now, and it rained yesterday. But it did it or the day before, but it was hot as hell. But it's raining real hard when it rains. You know what I mean? It's like wait, you know what I mean? And then it gets very hot afterwards. So I'm like, and all that steam gonna go up, and it's gonna cause more congested air, and it's gonna come down. So I'm worried about New Jersey, like how Texas and New Mexico is. It could be anything. It could be a heat wave. It could be a blackout that happens here or in New York. I'm saying so we all the way up on the East Coast type shit. Watching New Mexico and Texas like that is heartbreaking. You know what I mean? And we've been conditioned to just do us and mind our business when we should be helping each other type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. What's good, y'all? What up? What up? What up, Ace? Yeah, you already know. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man. We got to get it right. We got to get it right. You know what I mean? Because it could happen to us just the same way. You know what I mean? You got to tap inside and get into your compassionate state and all that. You know what I'm saying? And get to your superpowers like empathy and shit like that. You dig? Yeah. I have a soul, I have a soul, and you know what I mean. Things derive from it. You know what I mean. So like, you have some people that when you give them the positive notes of things, they try to give you a negative enforcement. Like they probably think you pussy. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, but it ain't that. It's because I care. You know what I mean. And no matter how ruthless a person is, you can't be you can't be ruthless where you lose your heart, your soul, and not care for other people and shit. When I seen that white man ran up on his porch and I heard them people screaming, I seen that whole house wash away in the mud. I'm like, damn, that's how people just died. That's how they went out, like for real. And if they didn't, they watch everything that they worked for just flew past them like that, my nigga. Man, that shit got me fucked up. And I've been through that before. Yeah, me and my sister